Are you happy with the amount of qualified leads that you're getting for your business?
No!
If you're like the 600 plus other businesses I've worked with during my 10 years of doing marketing and lead gen, you probably answered that question with a big fat no. Well, here's the thing, you're not happy yet, because today I want to share with you my proven 3-step lead machine system. It's what I've learned after launching thousands of funnels and landing pages across 120 niches, building marketing teams from scratch in companies King Kong and Founder, and teaching this system on stage alongside other keynote speakers like Richard Branson, Damon John, Ryan Dice, and Stephen Bartlett. And yes, I eat my own dog food. I've deployed this system into my own business to help me build a 7-figure agency in 2 years. So will it work for you? Well, look, it works for any industry. Home builders, finance, health, real estate investment coaches, even for billion-dollar brands like Linktree. You see, businesses come to me when they have 2 big problems to solve. Number 1, I don't have a system for consistent results. And number 2, I don't get enough qualified leads. Ultimately, they feel stuck and can't figure out how to scale their marketing and grow their business to the next level. So if this sounds like you, stick around as I reveal my exact proven 3-step lead machine system you can copy and paste into your business to start getting predictable, consistent, and a scalable flow of qualified leads. Let's get into step 1. So we've all seen crime shows. A crime happens and then they need to catch a bad guy. It starts with a vague idea of who they might be. Some bad guy. Then the police get more clues, more data, more research, and the police start to create a profile. The profile transforms from some bad guy to a clear profile where they know the gender, age, potential job, how they think, and their motivations. The more detailed the profile is, the better they understand how the bad guy ticks, and the more likely they are to catch the bad guy. Now, the same applies for you and your business, except you don't want to find bad guys, you want to find good guys with money to pay you for the thing you sell. So the first step in this lead machine system is find. If you want to find your dream customers, you need to know who they are and how they think. It's not enough to say anyone with a pulse, or women 35 plus, or businesses in Arizona. That's not a person. That's just information. You need to give them a real name. So think of your best customer, the dream customer you want to attract more of and find. Let's call her Jennifer. And you need a clear avatar for Jennifer that covers things like her crappy before state. This way you can create marketing that shows you understand her and her problem. What's her dream outcome? You don't sell a product or a service, you sell a transformation. And then you know how to position yourself as the best vehicle to get there. Or what has Jennifer tried before, and how are you not just better but different? And where is she in the buyer's journey? What education does she need before she buys? And what's the conversation going on in her head at each stage? We uncover these things for our clients in our research phase. We use things like insight surveys, my read their journal strategy, and feedback loops. It makes you feel like you can read their minds. And I'm bringing out a video next week to show you the 8 research strategies we use, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see the system. Once you know who you want to find, you can figure out how to actually get their attention and get them to find you. Now you can create your bullseye messaging. It's the messaging that will hit the bullseye of the conversation going on in their head at that moment and get them to pay attention to you. No matter if it's Meta ads, Google ads, or a different traffic channel. Think of it like a dog whistle. Only your market can hear it. When you get it right, your messaging cuts through the noise, gets their attention, and your market finally understands the value of what you do and how you can help them. We use this system to create the core marketing messaging and then test other messages and add creative at the ad level every month to find new messaging winners. So as you can see on screen, the main things that we're creating for our clients to make this machine work in the find phase is 1, that really detailed customer avatar where we understand all of that information. And number 2, when it comes to the messaging, we've got a clear breakdown of that core marketing messaging. Now, once we know that, we can start to test different messaging and different types of creative in the market to see what's going to work with different messages and different hooks and different angles to get their attention and find the right person. You do this on both Meta ads and also on Google ads. So the purpose of the find stage is to 1, know who the dream customers are you want to find, and 2, create the messaging and ads to find them. Now you can probably see this is a pretty methodical system, right? You start with the research phase. Then that research informs good strategy. And then that strategy goes into execution, and then you ship the marketing. You analyze and learn, and then you adjust and you keep optimizing your marketing machine. For the examples, in the research phase, we're using that survey. And then that survey helps us to create a detailed target market avatar. And then that detailed target market avatar helps us to create great ads to help find them. Then we ship those ads and those messaging tests. We analyze and learn, we adjust, and we ship new ones. And that's how you keep that marketing flywheel growing. But where most businesses go wrong is they forget that their marketing is inputs and outputs, garbage in, garbage out. And so at that research stage of things, they're putting garbage in or they're not doing any research at all. That means that everything downstream is going to be broken. And what you end up with is a bit of a dumpster fire of a mess. And where most agencies go wrong, well, they only focus on running ads. They don't pay any attention to step 2 of the lead machine system. So have you ever been told by your agency or the person running your traffic that if you want more leads, you just got to increase your ad spend? Or that the traffic that they are getting is awesome, it's just your problem. Your website or your landing page isn't working. Well, this probably leaves you a little bit confused, right? Because you're not paying them for ads or traffic or clicks. You're paying them for results, aka qualified leads your team can turn into a sale. And the excuses about why they're not getting enough qualified leads usually leaves you thinking, what the actual F am I paying you for? So here's the thing that none of those agencies or marketers are telling you. Your traffic, your clicks, your ads, it is completely worthless unless it converts into leads and sales. And that brings us to step 2 of the lead machine system, convert. Because once you find your dream customer, you need to know how to get them to take the next step with your business. All the money happens in your post-click experience. So imagine this, you could get more leads and sales without spending a cent more on traffic. The trick is the right offer and the right landing page. Let me show you how it works. Okay, spreadsheets, my best friend. So let's say that your average customer value is $2,000. Maybe you're spending $5,000, your cost per click is $2. But we can see down here your funnel metrics. And remembering your funnel is not optional, it's just every single touch point somebody has with your brand. Now the problem is if somebody's only paying attention to your ad metrics and none of this, the post-click experience, you're not gonna be able to make any extra money. So in this scenario, your landing page conversion rate is 1%. And then out of every 10 people who convert, only 4 of them are contactable or show up. And then out of every 10 of those, only 6 of them are qualified. And then out of every 10 of those, you only close 4 of them. So that's not too bad in the back end for some of my clients. And so here we're getting okay, but your ROAS is only 1. What if we only change one thing and we take your landing page from 1% to 5%? We're not gonna change ad spend. We're not gonna change how much you charge. We're not gonna change the cost per click, and we're not going to change that lead or sales process, just the landing page. And we'll see that ROAS go from 1 to 5, and your estimated revenue goes up, the amount of deals you get, all by changing that one thing, converting more of the traffic. And it's exactly what we did for this client in the finance space. You can see here, same traffic spend, but with a new landing page and a new offer. Their conversion rate on their landing page was 5.61%, which is not horrific on Google Ads. And then their CPA was $700. Considering how big the ticket size was, that's not traumatic. But once we did better research, we interviewed their sales team and we understood why, what was gonna motivate people, then we could take that information and create a better landing page and a better offer. And our conversion rate increased by 200% and our CPA went down by 61%. That is the power of the convert phase of your lead machine. Now, I have a lot of videos on offers and landing pages, so I'll show you in the description what videos to check out next. Here's what I want you to know for now. The offer is the most important thing you'll do. It allows you to convert more traffic into qualified, educated leads who actually want to speak with you. If you change your offer, you'll change your business. You just need to know which stage they are in the buyer's journey to put the next micro yes in front of them. Once you know that, you know what kind of temperature of offer that you need. So do you need more of a discovery because they're a bit earlier in the buyer's journey like this? Or do you need something that gets them to come into store because that's the next part of your sales process? Or are they all the way down the other end of the buyer's journey where they're most aware and they're looking for quotes, they're looking for the right supplier? That's what I talk about when we think about how to get the right offer to the right person at the right time. Where are they in the buyer's journey and what's the conversation going on in their head? And then how do you put an offer in front of them to get them to take that next step with you? And your landing page, it's your digital salesperson. Think of them like your digital appointment setter. The job is to educate, pre-qualify, and book the leads in. So now you have nailed who to find, the messaging to find them, and the offer and landing page to make them convert. We can move into step number 3 of the lead machine system. Now, did you know that almost 80% of marketing leads don't actually convert into sales? Why? Well, a lack of lead nurturing according to Marketing Sherpa. Luckily, 63% of leads that aren't ready to buy do eventually convert if you put them through a nurture strategy according to Marketo. But most of our clients have no lead nurture system set up before they work with us. A lead comes in, maybe they remember to call that day, maybe they don't. The lead doesn't answer. They send a random email or message. Maybe they make time to call the next day, maybe they don't. And by day 5, they've given up. And that lead you just spent all your time and money and energy and resources to acquire just gets sent to the discard pile to rot away in an email list you don't do anything with. Sound familiar? Well, that's where step 3 of the lead machine comes in, nurture. Once you set up this part of your lead machine, you reduce no-shows, you get better educated and qualified leads, and you build more pipeline to close more deals. So I'm gonna share with you 3 of maybe our best automated nurture sequences you can set up today. This first one allows you to build authority, start to educate your leads, start to obliterate objections, and to reduce no-shows. It is called your pre-swayed sequence. And this gets triggered when somebody books in with you before they make it to the sales call. So this is like dead time, right? And what we want to do is actually keep having more touch points and exciting them, building anticipation and value around the call, and starting to educate them on what you do and how you can help them so they come to the call with even more predetermination to work with you. But what if somebody doesn't show up? Well, that's where number 2 comes in, a no-show flow. Say that fast 100 times. And all you need to do is your sales team goes into your CRM, tag somebody as no-show, and then they can go through this automation to nurture them to rebook or reschedule. But what if they don't buy now? And we already know most of them aren't gonna buy now. They're not gonna buy on your timeline. Awesome. If they do not become a customer, then you should have a 3 to 6 month nurture sequence. And this kind of depends on your lead to sales time, but you wanna stay top of mind. They're gonna go through that buyer's journey whether you hold their hand or not. And so you wanna stay top of mind for by the time they are ready to become a client. We set up these automations each month for clients and help them to nurture their email list. So those are the automated nurtures while people go through your funnel. But how do you nurture everybody else on your list? Well, most of our clients are sitting on a gold mine of 5, 10, 50,000 or more leads that haven't converted and they don't do anything with them. Your money is in your list. It's your owned asset and it's a lead generation channel. It needs a proper strategy and someone to take ownership and run it for you, whether that's an agency or someone doing it in-house. So imagine if only 0.5% of your list became sales qualified leads every month. Depending on your list size, that could be 25 to 250 new leads booked in the calendar that you were previously ignoring every single month. By tapping into their existing list, we helped this client bring in $82K in recurring revenue in just a few weeks. The money is in the list. Now we've done step 3. We have the automations to qualify, educate, and pre-sway leads, and we're treating our email list like a lead channel where we build and nurture pipeline on autopilot. Once you've put all parts of your lead machine together, you have a system to find your dream customers. You have a system to convert traffic into qualified leads, and you have a system to nurture leads on autopilot. And once you have these in place, it'll get you feeling a bit like this. So what's next? Well, if you're a service-based business spending or want to spend 5K plus a month on ads, your average customer is worth over a K, and you want a proactive, strategic agency to install this with you, schedule a call with me with the link in the description. No sales bros, I promise. But if you just want to DIY your lead machine, you got to start with the right offer. click this next video to see my keynote talk at Traffic and Conversion Summit in Vegas in January and get my best offer templates.